Why are Nike shoes so expensive? It's a question that crosses the minds of millions when they glance at the price tag, $100, $200, even $300 for a single pair, and if it's a rare limited edition, the price can skyrocket. But what really drives these numbers? Is it just the power of the brand, or is there a deeper story hidden in every stitch, sole, and swoosh? Nike isn't just a sportswear company. Over the years, it has evolved into a global symbol of innovation, style, and athletic performance. Every year, Nike produces more than 120 million pairs of shoes in factories across the world. But behind each pair lies millions of dollars invested in research, technology, and design. Proprietary innovations like Nike Air Cushioning, Flyknit woven uppers, and React foam aren't just buzzwords. They transform performance, comfort, and durability. In fact, more than 50% of the materials used in Nike's modern shoes now come from recycled sources, part of the company's ongoing push to minimize environmental impact. So when you see that high price tag, you're not just paying for fabric and rubber, you're buying into decades of history, technology, culture, and in many cases, exclusivity. Nike's story began humbly in 1964, when Phil Knight, a young track athlete and MBA student at Stanford, teamed up with his coach Bill Bowerman. Their company, then called Blue Ribbon Sports, started with a simple goal: import affordable running shoes from Japan to rival the dominance of expensive German brands like Adidas and Puma. But everything changed in 1971. Bowerman famously experimented with a waffle iron to create a unique sole design that was lightweight yet provided outstanding grip. This small innovation became a defining feature for athletes everywhere. Around that same time, the company rebranded as Nike, named after the Greek goddess of victory, and a new legend was born. To complete the transformation, design student Carolyn Davidson created the swoosh logo for just $35. That logo, once a student project, would become one of the most recognizable symbols on the planet. Then came the 1980s, and with it, a cultural explosion. Nike's partnership with Michael Jordan changed everything. The launch of Air Jordan wasn't just about sneakers, it redefined sports marketing, fashion, and identity. Owning a pair of Jordans became a statement of pride, style, and belonging. Even today, Air Jordans remain among Nike's top sellers, with millions of pairs moving off shelves each year, some reselling at astronomical prices. But Nike hasn't rested on past glory. Its relentless focus on technology continues to set it apart. Flyknit, a lightweight, one-piece woven upper made from recycled fibers, doesn't just cut down shoe weight, it reduces production waste by up to 60% compared to traditional methods. Nike Air, with its pressurized air units, redefined cushioning. React foam improved energy return, giving athletes that extra push. These aren't just shoes, they're engineered equipment designed to give wearers a competitive edge. Yet Nike's dominance doesn't just come from tech, it comes from storytelling. Every product carries the brand's narrative of victory, resilience, and aspiration. From the swoosh to the "Just Do It" slogan, Nike has mastered the art of making people feel like they're buying more than shoes, they're buying into a lifestyle. Now let's step inside the heart of Nike's operation, the factory floor, where ideas become reality. It all begins at the design table. Teams of designers brainstorm and push the boundaries of creativity, blending futuristic concepts with athlete-tested functionality. Using advanced 3D software, every shoe is digitally sculpted long before the first prototype is made. This allows Nike's team to tweak everything: the curvature of the sole, the flexibility of the upper, the thickness of the cushioning, with absolute precision. The result is not just a shoe that looks stylish, but one that performs under the toughest conditions. Think about it: every stitch is calculated, every material chosen for a reason. When athletes lace up a pair of Nikes, they're putting decades of science and design onto their feet. And for sneaker collectors, the value often goes beyond performance. It's about owning a piece of cultural history. Rolling in next. It all begins with design. Before a single piece of material is cut, Nike's creative teams finalize designs that merge comfort, style, and performance. Once the design is locked in, the real magic begins with material selection. Nike prioritizes high-quality, sustainable components. Some of their most innovative lines, like Flyknit, are crafted using recycled fibers, significantly cutting down on plastic waste. Beyond recycled fibers, Nike uses mesh for breathability, synthetic leather for durability, rubber for traction, and EVA foam for elasticity. Each material is put through rigorous tests for strength, stretchability, and comfort before ever becoming part of a shoe. Once materials pass these strict standards, the process moves to cutting and shaping. Robotic arms, equipped with precise cutting technology, lift pieces of fabric and lay them onto cutting tables. Each piece is cut with accuracy, down to millimeters, ensuring uniformity across thousands of shoes. A single production line can process thousands of pieces per hour, balancing mass production with exacting quality. Now comes the part that defines Nike's reputation worldwide. The sole. Nike is famous for its Air technology, a game-changing innovation in footwear. Using thermal molding and pneumatic techniques, Nike creates compressed air pockets within the sole. These air pockets aren't just for looks, they provide cushioning and shock absorption, protecting the wearer with every step. Each air pocket is carefully tested for durability to ensure it won't collapse or leak over time. This is why athletes and everyday wearers alike trust Nike for comfort, whether they're running a marathon or walking through the city. After the soles are prepared, they're paired with the upper section of the shoe in the assembly stage. This step transforms individual components into something that finally looks like a shoe, but it's still far from finished. Next comes the detail work, where the Nike logo, decorative stitching and branding are added. Workers use advanced industrial sewing machines to carefully embroider and apply the famous swoosh, ensuring every stitch is flawless. The final shoes then undergo some of the toughest quality checks in the industry. Every single pair is bent, twisted, and stretched to mimic real-world conditions. Nike has strict durability standards, testing for traction, load-bearing capacity, and overall resilience. If a shoe doesn't meet these benchmarks, it never makes it into a Nike box. Only after passing these tests are the shoes packaged. Each pair is placed in protective wrapping to avoid scuffs or scratches, then packed into Nike's signature boxes. From there, the boxes are stacked onto pallets and shipped around the globe. Every day, hundreds of thousands of Nike shoes, ranging from classic staples to limited edition releases, leave factories and make their way to stores and customers worldwide. This global supply chain is one of the most advanced in the industry, ensuring customers get their shoes quickly and reliably. But Nike's story doesn't stop at performance and mass production. One of the most remarkable aspects of the brand is its commitment to sustainability. With innovations like Flyknit, Nike has reduced material waste by 60% compared to traditional shoe manufacturing. On top of that, Nike runs programs to recycle old shoes, transforming worn-out pairs into new soles and athletic surfaces. This forward-thinking approach ensures Nike isn't just creating footwear for today, but is also protecting the planet for tomorrow. From design sketches to factory floors, from recycled fibers to advanced air pockets, every Nike shoe represents a blend of artistry, engineering, and environmental responsibility. It's not just footwear, it's a symbol of innovation, performance, and global impact. That's the full journey of a Nike shoe, from an idea on a screen to the sneakers on your feet. If you found this behind-the-scenes look fascinating, stay tuned, because the world of manufacturing has countless more stories waiting to be discovered. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, so you never miss the next deep dive into the factories shaping the future of fashion and sports.